Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're booting up a really critical topic, industrial pollution. But we're not just going to look at the problem. Nope. We're going to analyze it like it's a massive system error, one that we've got to diagnose properly before we can even think about fixing it. So let's get right into it.
Just a quick heads up before we dive in. This whole breakdown is brought to you by our friends at the A1 Institute. It's all designed to help you, especially if you're in Class 10, really get a handle on this topic and feel totally ready for your exams.
So here's the central problem, right? We all know industries are what power our economy, our future. But here's the catch. That exact same growth is taking a huge toll on our environment. We're talking our land, air, water, everything. So the big question is all this progress basically leading to a complete system crash?
To really answer that, we've got to dig a little deeper. So let's run that full diagnostic and break down the specific error codes that all this industrial activity is spitting out.
Okay, so our threat analysis flags 4 major issues right off the bat. You can think of them like the 4 main types of malware that are messing with our planet's operating system. We're talking air, water, thermal, and noise pollution.
So let's start with air pollution. Yeah, you've got these nasty gases like sulfur dioxide, but the real villain here, it's the particulate matter. I'm talking about those tiny, tiny little bits of dust and smoke from factories that just hang in the air. That's what creates that thick, dangerous smog we see.
And then you've got this major system corruption, water pollution. This is what happens when massive industries, paper, chemical, petroleum, you name it, just dump all their waste and junk straight into our rivers. And we're not just talking about murky water here. This stuff is loaded with detergents, fertilizers, and some seriously toxic heavy metals like lead and mercury. Really nasty stuff.
Next up is thermal pollution, which is kind of like the environment's CPU overheating. When power plants and big factories drain super hot water right into rivers and ponds without cooling it down, well, it's a total disaster for all the fish and plants living there. The solution is actually pretty straightforward. They just need to cool the water first.
And last but not least, noise pollution. This is like a constant stress alert pinging on the system. All that nonstop noise from machinery and construction, it's not just annoying, It can cause real health problems like hearing damage, a faster heart rate, and just a ton of stress. The fix? Well, it often means redesigning equipment to be quieter or simply fitting them with some really good silencers.
Okay, so we've identified all the system errors. Now for the fun part. Let's talk about the patches and fixes. We're going to engage what I like to call system restoration protocols. Basically, how do we actually control all this damage?
For water pollution, the main fix is a 3-step treatment plan. Step 1, primary treatment, is all mechanical. Think big screens to catch the obvious junk. Step 2, secondary treatment, gets biological, using helpful bacteria to break down organic waste. And then Step 3, tertiary treatment, is the whole shebang. It uses a mix of biological, chemical, and physical processes. By the end, the water is often clean enough to be recycled. Pretty cool, right?
And here, you can see what one of these protocols looks like in action. This is a real sewage treatment plant that's part of the Yamuna Action Plan. It's a huge piece of engineering, but its whole job is to run that 3-step process we just talked about, making sure the water is clean before it goes back into the ecosystem.
Now for fighting air pollution, the toolkit is actually pretty impressive. You can fit smokestacks with all sorts of cool tech. Things like electrostatic precipitators, fabric filters, and scrubbers. They're all designed to grab that nasty particulate matter before it gets out. But sometimes the smartest fix is the simplest one. Just stop burning coal. Switching to cleaner fuels like oil or natural gas can cut a huge amount of that smoke right from the get-go.
So instead of just talking about theory, let's look at a real-world case file. Let's talk about a company that's actually getting this right. NTPC, India's big power corporation. They're a great example of how you can be a leader in industry and a leader in taking care of the environment.
I mean, this quote from them really says it all. They have a proactive approach for preserving the natural environment. The key word there is proactive. They aren't just cleaning up messes, they're trying to prevent them from happening in the first place, building it right into their game plan.
So you're probably wondering, okay, how do they actually do that? Well, it comes down to a few core ideas. They focus on using their equipment as efficiently as possible. They find ways to reuse their waste, like ash. They plant green belts of trees to help the local ecology. They manage their water systems carefully, recycling it whenever they can. And maybe most importantly, they are constantly monitoring how they're doing. So you see, it's not just one thing. It's a whole strategy, something they're working on all the time.
All right, let's wrap this up and put it all together in a final debrief. Think of this as your mission summary.
the perfect data packet to get you ready for any exam.
This table is a fantastic way to remember everything. For air pollution, the main fix is electrostatic precipitators. For water pollution, you've got that 3-stage treatment. Thermal pollution from hot water, just cool it down first. And for noise pollution, use silencers, or even better, redesign the machines. It's a perfect cheat sheet for revision, right?
And there you have it. System knowledge uploaded. You've got a really solid foundation now. But hey, if you want to master the entire syllabus and walk into your exams feeling super confident, that's where the team at A1 Institute really shines.
Seriously, if you need help with admissions, want some killer notes, or just some expert guidance to help you crush it, definitely get in touch with A1 Institute. All their contact info, including their phone number, is right down in the description. And hey, one last thing. If this breakdown helped you out, the best way you can say thanks is to hit that like button, share it with a friend, and definitely subscribe to the A1 Institute YouTube channel. That way, you won't miss out on any of their other awesome explainers.
So there we are. We've analyzed the errors, and we've looked at the restoration protocols. The system seems to be stabilizing, at least for now. But it leaves you with a big question to think about, doesn't it? What's the next major upgrade our planet is going to need?